People, deluded, I'm back again. Now, it breaks my heart to make this vid now. Obviously, we're in talks for Turney. I mean, the latest bid seems to have us a bit more positive if you've seen reports today to see if that one will be done over the line. You lot know me, I want a centre half and a left back. Hopefully we get there. Not gonna count my jerk chickens before obviously it's signed on the dotted line and I see him outside the Emirates with the ting and that. But want to see that one patterned up. Because I'm scared, people. I believe, like I've been saying. For me, obviously, there's many areas I would want to recruit, and if I had the money or was the guy in charge and was able to, different things. But I believe if push came to shove, I believe that left back and the centre half area, on top of collectively improving defensively and understanding how to defend and relishing it, more clean sheets and all of them sort of things there, it all stems from having a competent back five. You notice how I said back five. I know there's four defenders, but including Leno. Because I believe if we're going to have any way of improving, that's where we've got to start. Now, we know we're not going to sign a right back. Like I said, if we could sign every area, I would be signing a right back to compete with Bellerin or to fill in. Maitland-Niles, let's be fair to him. He's had some good games. He's had some tough games there. I think generally on the face of it, he's done quite well there and been a competent individual. But there's going to be time and time again where he shows you he's not a fullback, where he's not necessarily the most switched on. And in terms of his development, you want him to probably play in midfield. If the team needs someone to do that role, he's got to do that role. And he'll probably start the season within that role. But I would like a fullback, someone to fight Bellerin if he's not there. Two competent centre halves. Obviously, Turney would be the left back I'm referring to. On top of Leno, who was signed last season, who's coming to his own in the second half of last season. He's still quite young for a goalkeeper. I mean, if you're going to sign a keeper, give them a competent system. I like people, am I making things up? Look at Liverpool. Now, everybody can praise Van Dijk and Alisson, and yes, them man, they are the difference makers. Van Dijk's a bad boy defender, Alisson's a great keeper. And you've seen at times when the defence gets breached, Van Dijk looks good sweeping up stuff and all of that and clearing up the defence. Obviously, when the defence gets breached and Alisson makes a sick save, you lot all see it, it's all in the headlines and stuff. But what's understated is that Liverpool have improved defensively quite a lot. I don't know for statistics, but I see Liverpool, first and foremost, as a whole, they're less gun-ho. Like, just a quick example. Once a time when Klopp came to this side, one thing I like watching Liverpool play, to be fair. One thing I like about Liverpool, start to finish, they were all guns blazing sort of thing. They're trying to do the same thing in the 90th than the first. Maybe that wasn't the best approach. They still have elements of that, but there's a bit more game management, a bit more, alright, cool, we'll fight to see another day sort of thing. And they've improved defensively. And is it any coincidence that they finished second? I'm pretty sure defensive stats must have improved. Like I said, Van Dijk and Alisson are the difference makers. But there was a clear emphasis from Klopp from last pre-season or whenever to improve defensively. You see Milner, strikers, people are filling in positions that are not theirs and defending. They're aggressive, pressing from the front. But there's been a revamp in the system. So I do believe that's got to happen. The system has to change first and foremost. People need to understand their roles, everybody's roles. They need to be street smart and proactive because mistakes do happen. If someone, I don't know, if you're a right winger and your right back's overlapped and you can see that the opposition's left and right back, left back and left winger are gonna counter attack. It just takes you to switch on and be like, alright, cool, my fullback's gone. Let me call my midfielder to hold this space for me and let me go fill in for the right back. These sort of things there. Until we do that, we're not gonna get anywhere, people. And I believe for that to happen, there needs to be coaching in the season, and you need, ideally, in an ideal world, Turney and a good centre half would come in together with Sokratis, because allegedly we'll get onto it. The purpose of this vid, Holding is gonna miss the start of the season. But it all starts from the back five, people. We have many mistakes in the side. There's many things we can improve on, but every issue, well, that's not even the word, every issue at Arsenal, every failure last season in general can be traced back to defensively. We lost 4-1 against Chelsea. We got overran. We didn't take chances. Aubameyang lost the ball. Maitland-Niles conceded a penalty. Not to name drop them because everybody was poor. But why, people? Everybody speaks about that. No one speaks about the fact that we conceded 4 goals within 20 minutes, people. How often do we get shell-shocked? Obviously, that comes into game management, mentality, temperament and things. But defensively, people, following runners and stuff, we need to improve. And the best way to do that would be having a competent back five or a first-choice back five of sorts. We know Bellerin is going to miss the best part of the first couple of months of the season. Hot fingers crossed it's a speedy recovery, but I don't want him to be rushed back. I want us to get it right so we can play and be calm and things. I must admit, I did think Holding would be back for pre-season, and there is small optimism that he will, Holding will play some part in the early weeks of the season. But just to look at the reports, people, what did it say? Let me go and find it. The Mail said, Holding is expected to miss the start of the season. It is hoped the centre-half can return to full training before the end of Arsenal's pre-season programme, which would come as a major boost to the club ahead of the current campaign. So that means I do think he would travel to America. It's interesting. Emre and Holding have been coaching in America on two different things. I think Holding was with his girlfriend in California, and Emre was doing something quite a good bit of way to dedicate some of your time was coaching like disadvantaged kids or children of illegal immigrants or something like that. So it's good to see. But you'd like to think he's not going to be a part of that. Now, Holding would have been central to my plans in it. Holding, Sokratis, a new centre-half, Mavropanos, and Bielik would be their centre-half defensive mid. Give him a chance, run the rule in it. Mustafi on paper, Mustafi and all the players that we need to move on are going to be here on paper in it. But they'd be the guys I move forward with. Assuming a new centre-half doesn't come into this club, let's just deal with what's actually here at this moment in time. For me, it's you go Sokratis and Mavropanos, let the two Greek countrymen get at it, like younger and big brother. Like you see, Mavropanos is still naive. Couple of years ago, the red card. Last season against Crystal Palace, he obviously conceded a free kick which led to Benteke's goal. But that's the stage he's at. He's going to make these errors, and for one reason or not getting opportunities, maybe not quite being ready, maybe the injuries is the big thing for me, because I think he could have taken advantage, ironically, of other people's injuries, but he was injured himself, which sucks. I would go with them two. I would love to give Bielik a chance. I know we're seeing reports Bielik wants to keep it moving once he returns to Arsenal, because I don't know if Emre and him have had words, but he doesn't know if it's going to happen for him there. But it does concern me, people, man, because it's, again, our fixture list is a bit iffy. We're away from home in our first game. You start as you mean to go on. These points are very valuable. Yes, we messed it up. No one would have expected us to beat City and Chelsea at the start of the season, people. But you never know what points can do for you. Just say we did get a point off them where we would be. Again, I'm more angry with the Palaces, the Leicesters and all of them games. But what my point is, every game is valuable. And Arsenal fans, we found ourselves sat here for quite a couple of years now saying, what if this, what if that, and what if the third? We can only deal with the facts, is that we're extremely poor defensively. To get back to any level, we've got to do this thing. If Holding is injured, then assuming, obviously there's Saliba and all of these guys that are allegedly coming in. If they come in, then we'll have another debate. But right now, just with the players that are on paper at this club, I would go with Mavropanos, Sokratis. Left back would obviously be a toss-up between Monreal and Kola. Right back goes to Maitland-Niles. That would be it. Get them lads in. If can't have it my way, get them lads in there. Let them train. Let them improve them defensively, and we move forward with that in regards to that. To be fair with you. So yeah, man, it sucks that he's injured, but I'll give it to Mavropanos and Sokratis at this moment in time. Realistically, it'll probably be Mustafi and Sokratis. If Mustafi's still here, you're seeing him linked with a Fenerbahce loan spell. But for now, people, Deluded, I'm out. I've got nothing more to add. Thank you for watching.